experience the same thing. But some take it a little bit more than some and believe that that is them. Now, that is the difference between a positive, optimistical person and a negative person, pessimistical person, right? Personal experiences might go through some trauma, and all of us go through trauma. All of us go through rejection. All of us make mistakes. All of us um, disappointment, repetition. The mind believes what it hears repeatedly. And yes, if somebody and a bunch of people is going to tell you that you are no good, especially if it's coming from your parents or your guardians, then especially as a little child, growing up with that kind of a trauma, then it is going to be a little different, but not totally irreversible. Every belief, especially if they are not good, are reversible. Every belief. And you can believe in good things and you can revert and believe in bad things. You can grow up in church believing in God, and then by the time you reach college or become a adult and something in life changes your perspective, then you don't believe in God anymore. You believe in something else, or you believe in yourself, that you really need to just depend on yourself. So whether it's good or bad, whether it's truth or error, all belief can change, good or bad. All right. But it's just that if it is truth, then that is the belief you need to feed yourself with and move going forward. The power of limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs create fear. Of course, don't even want to try. Destroy confidence. Stop progress. Block opportunities. Keep people trapped in comfort zone. So I am right here. I'm not moving from right here. This is and we build a fence around our comfort zone, and that is it. That is it. All right. And so sometimes when we see these things happening to us, we have to break free. Important insight. A limiting belief becomes a mental prison. You may physically be free, but mentally restricted. Physically free, mentally restricted. And that is why Bob Marley says that we are to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, because none but ourselves can free our mind. And especially if you believe in God, God can take over and help you to free your mind from those limiting beliefs. What are limiting beliefs? About self. I'm not smart enough. I'm too old. I'm unattractive. I'm always a failure. I always fail. And even though you don't really always fail, because obviously you are still alive, so I'm not sure why you're calling yourself a failure. It's like you prefer to shoot yourself in the foot. Common limiting beliefs about self. Another one about success. When we think about success, People like me never succeed. Money is evil, even though the word did not say that. It said the love of money is the root, not money. Nothing is wrong with money. Nothing is wrong with having money. Nothing is wrong achieving or getting money. Is when you put all your effort that God gives you, then, that is when your desire for money is evil. Success requires luck. That is people with limiting beliefs about success, because it's definitely not about luck. It's really about blessings, about relationships. And that is why a lot of persons who have failed relationships, it's based on limiting their beliefs. Nobody truly loves me. I'll always be hurt. That's about relationships. Limiting beliefs about change. Well, I can't change. That's how God made me. God did not make you that way. This is who I am. No, that's not who you are. That's who you believe you are. But first of all, that is not who God say that you are. You are. God says that you are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. That is who God says you are. So, um, and as I said, I can do all things through Christ. And so, when you think of yourself that way, then you need to just love on yourself, knowing that there is a better way. And so, signs a belief is holding you back. Let us look at these signs. You may have a limiting belief if you constantly doubt yourself. Avoid opportunities. Fear failure excessively. Need constant validation. Stay stuck in unhealthy patterns. And of course, maybe having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, um, you know, treating you badly. That's might be an unhealthy pattern. Need to get out of that. Self-sabotage success. Feel unworthy of happiness. These are some of the signs that hold you back. So let us look at this reflecting question, a question to reflect on. What thought keeps repeating in your mind during difficult moments? Let me say that again. What thought keeps repeating in your mind during difficult moments? Reflect on that, and that will help you. So, fear and belief. Fear often grows from false belief. Example, belief. If I fail, I am worthless. No, don't know where we get that from. If you fail, it don't mean you're worthless. If you fail, it just means you didn't get it right that time. And you need to try again. My great grandmother Dingy would say, if at first you don't succeed, try, try, and try again. My great grandmother Dingy lived to 108. So I think she might know a little something, something. Okay? I think she might know a little. Right? And so, if you first don't succeed, try again. That's it. Result: fear of trying, fear of risks, fear of visibility. But the truth is, failure is not an event. It's not an identity. Let me repeat that again. Failure, the truth of the matter is, failure is not an event. It's an event, sorry. Failure is an event, not an identity, right? It's just an event showing you that you need to try again. That's all. It was Thomas Edison that he tried 1,000 times, well, I guess 999 times, to perfect or to get the light bulb working. Okay? Now, if he did give up after 200 times, who won't even remember him. If he did give up after 500 times, who won't remember him. If give up whatever time before that 1,000 times, won't even be speaking about him today. Right? So let us try again. The inner voice matters. The word you speak internally becomes your reality. Negative inner voice. I can't. I'm weak. I'm a nobody. Nobody cares. I'll never succeed. I'm not good enough. No one will accept me. All of these negative inner voice is like putting the gun and shooting yourself in the foot. Who does that? Well, yes, you have some people who do that and even commit suicide. But that is when they believe that there is no hope. I hope that no one in the hearing of my voice think that there is no hope. Because from once hope dies, then you die with it. Healthy inner voice. I am growing. I can learn. I am capable. I can recover. That's the key one for failures. I can recover. I can learn. I am growing, still growing. You think when you were a child and you were learning to walk, the amount of times that you fell back on your buttocks, did you stop? Did you give up and say, well, boy, this is too hard. I can't learn how to walk. Yeah, I can't learn how to walk. My foot them dumb. My foot them stupid. Is that how you speak to yourself when you are learning how to walk? So, why do we think of ourselves this way now, today? Break free from that unhealthy inner voice. Stop self sabotaging yourself, right? How limiting beliefs create self sabotage. People often sabotage relationships, career, goals, and opportunities because deep down they believe they are undeserving. Success won't last. Happiness is really dangerous for me. Self sabotage looks like procrastination, quitting early, overthinking something, avoidance, and of course, excuses. The comfort zone trap. A limiting belief keeps people emotionally comfortable. For example, if I never try, I never fail. And that may be good for you. But staying safe can also mean staying stagnant, missing opportunities, delaying purpose, avoiding growth. Growth requires risk, faith, courage, and action. That's what it requires. Growth. So come out of that comfort trap. Comparison and identity. When people constantly compare themselves, confidence decreases, jealousy increases, identity becomes unstable. And it doesn't matter even if a person have money, they still get jealous. So obviously, money doesn't satisfy jealousy. You see how that work? Beautiful. All right. So when people constantly compare themselves, confidence decreases, jealousy increases, and of course, identity becomes unstable. And just in closing, Henry Ford is the person that said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. You are right for you. So if you think you can, you are right. If you think you can't, you are right. I know that for me, I can with God's help. I thank you all very much for sharing in our little discourse. I hope these words help you in your walk on this planet. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Any questions or comments or the hand raises up and kicking. All right. If Queen Jacqueline one is talking, you are not unmuted. I see your mouth going.
Dr. Derrick, amazing presentation as usual. I mean, this is bringing it home to us so we can grasp, because a lot of some of us have a lot of limiting beliefs. Some of us don't take enough risks. We hold our own self back because of limiting beliefs, or and basically that's what you're talking about. How we limit our own selves. We are our own destruction.
Yep.
you know we allow things that our parents say umpteen years ago to still stay with
Haunt
you
us.
into your adult life, and we don't get rid of it. And it dictates our life, like Dr. Derrick said. you know your behavior, the choices we make, our emotions, how we act towards others. And that is so true. And also, this last part you said, if you don't find your own success and you get jealous of, or you compare yourself, like Dr. Derrick just said, we compare ourselves to others, then we lose ourselves. Then where are we in it all? So it's best not to compare ourselves to anybody, because all of us are unique. Like Dr. T always say, we all have unique gifts. We are all unique. So we're different from the other person that we're comparing ourselves to anyway, you know. And we have to be authentic. So if we compare ourselves to others, then we're not being authentic. We're losing ourselves. So this is very important, because I know I'm stuck in some of those areas myself. Even though I'm very positive and I'm optimistic, sometimes we still get a little stuck. We stick our own self in our own situation, from growth from experiencing success. It's all there for us, and it's even there for us more today than it ever was. So I guess this is a time for us to truly dive in, and don't be scared, because fear is not of God. So thank you so much, Dr. Derrick. Amazing topic. Keep on bringing it because we all need it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
You're welcome.
Yeah, all of us, myself included, I am I am learning myself also to
Yep.
break out of um, beliefs that not helping me because they are not helping me.
Nope. They
As I
stick
said,
you.
all of us go through traumas. All of us go through ridicule. All of us go through it. All of us. None of us are immune to somebody just don't like us and look down on us and talk down to us. All of
Yep.
us go through that. But the difference between me and others now is that
Change.
I am aware and I am changing because of what I am learning.
Yep.
Because learning never stops. King Carlton can tell you that. I mean, he's he's the father, he's the daddy of deep dive. So he can tell you that. He can tell you that learning never stop.
Nope.
As he's still learning,
Yeah, all of us
still
is.
learning. So if you think that you have learned it all, then
Mm-mm.
that's good for you. I don't ever read Solomon Belt, right? I don't ever read Solomon Belt, much less Jesus Christ latch, shoelace. So let us recognize that learning never stops.
No.
Failure will always happen from once you are alive. But as I said, failure is not an event,
No,
not
you
an
said
event.
failure is an
Is
event, not
is an
a.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying it that way. Failure is an event.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It happened and you learn from it. So don't let failure be your identity. Do not yeah, I guess that's all I did want to put it and never put it. So I'm thinking of it that way. Failure is not an event. Failure is an event. Don't let failure be your identity.
All right.
That's how I wanted to put it on the slide, but I guess I change it and put it something else and messing me up. Don't let don't let failure be an
Your
identity,
identity.
your identity. Do not let failure be your identity. That's not what identify. This suit is not my identity. This suit don't make me.
Nope.
No, I make the suit. The suit have to rely on me to put it on.
To put it on. Yeah.
But some people think that they are bigger and mightier and
And they put on the
because they
suit.
have on a good suit.
Yeah.
No, the suit don't make me. I'm the same person when I'm in the bathroom, in the shower. Same person. I don't have on any suit in the shower.
Oh,
Right? So I'm the same person. Let us recognize who we are. Who we are.
amen.
All right, sorry, rambling now. Um, Queen
Closing.
Naturopathic Dr. Jacqueline Warner, give us your closing.
Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for your listening ear. Thank you for showing up. because that's part of success anyway, when you show up and it show that we're not giving up as long as we got breath. And like Dr. Derrick said, with God's help. Okay. So the closing thoughts: the importance of food and health is even reflected in Scripture. God is so amazing. The Bible reminds us in Genesis chapter 1, verse 29, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. So to you it shall be meat. Okay, and I don't know if some people get that because meat is mentioned, but he's saying the fruit is for the meat. Okay, and in Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 12, God again says, the fruit thereof shall be for meat. Okay, and the leaf thereof for medicine. Remember when I talk about the soursop, you get the inside of the soursop, you get the flesh, you can eat that. The seeds you can plant, but the leaf you can drink as a tea with medicinal properties. It kills cancer cells, you know, it lowers blood pressure. They all have mango leaves are also good, guava leaves are also good. you know People are drinking these herbs, and now you see so much herbalists and all these people all over the YouTube with all kind of solution for our health. Before, it was never like that. So let's take heed, huh? He even mentioned in John, I always mention this scripture, and 3 John chapter 1 verse 2. It says, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayst prosper and be in health. So God wants us to be in good health. He don't want us to be suffering and sick, and then when you get sick you get depressed. Now your mindset is messed up, you're not thinking positive, and that's where the sickness take over. Because if you weaken your mind, you're weakening your soul, you know and then the sickness takes over, and you just lay there limp and let it take over the whole body, and then you're finito finata. Huh? No, you don't want that. God don't want us to be finished like that. He didn't. Yes, we gotta die. Some people say, oh well, I gotta die. It's how you die. You want to suffer? Don't you want to go out like a trooper? I mean, Dr. Derrick talked about his grandmother living to 108. I just have a lady that used to press my grandmother clothes and my clothes. She just passed away this week at 105. And I always make sure go and talk to her. And her scruples were all together. She remember how Essie, and she's asking about the other family members that she actually taken care of. So longevity is possible for each and every one of us, with good health, with good choices. So these scriptures remind us that health and nourishment and healing have always mattered, not just today, but always. We were deceived. They deceived us. They lied, for their own profit. They didn't care, and we just feed right into it because we didn't know better. But it says when you know better, you do better. And it's all not going to happen all at once like a magician, but it's going to take time. And slowly but surely, you start forming good habits. If something is bad, say it's bad. Sometimes it's not as easy said as done, but at least if you start telling yourself, like Dr. Derrick said, it's no good, it's bad. Keep on saying it. Eventually, you're going to put it down. It's going to start tasting bad. It's going to start looking bad. And you're going to be like, I'm finished with that. And then you go on to the next thing, and that's how you become successful. That's how you gain a healthy life, by making new choices. When your job make new choices and changes, you go right along with it. You don't have no say. Well, let's have a say in our lives. Let's care about ourselves. I put things down slowly but surely. I get rid of them, and I'm grateful. I'm happy when I do that. I feel better. You get better results when you go to the doctor. They see stuff changing. You don't have to tell them what you're doing because you have to know what you're doing. Okay. But most of the time, they make it seem like you're non compliant, you're not listening, you're doing your own thing. They're not your God, and neither are you their God. We got one God, and He's above us all. All right. So may we become more mindful of what we place in our bodies, and recognizing that food can either nourish life or contribute to sickness. Simple as that. Because when you go in the supermarket, there's good and bad in there. And God stated clearly there's good and bad in everything. He never excluded food. He never excluded people. He never excluded anything, even vegetables and fruits. There's good and bad in them because some are poisonous and some are not. Some plants are good and some are not. Okay, so we got to make a choice when we walk in that supermarket. Am I going to just continue to destroy my own self? Because if we choose that, then we don't need anyone to write our death certificate. We might as well go ahead and write it ourselves. Okay, and get all the planning out of the way and get everything ready, because that's what we're aiming for, to go home early. Okay, so let's choose foods that bring life, that strengthens our body, that heals our body, that balance our body, and not only for ourselves, but just think for the future generation. I thank you again. Enjoy the rest of the webinar, and may God help us all. Thank you, Dr. Derrick. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Awesome. Awesome. Wrapping up. And as we wrap up, thank you all. Remember, there is Dream Team this Sunday at 12:45. Please join us. And there will be Mindset Monday and Deep Dive next week, Monday and Tuesday and Thursday. And those are 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's always the same link for the meeting platform. So even if I don't remember, because I am only human and I forget to, I drinking a lot of sage and rosemary. So it's coming back, the memory, drinking sage and rosemary, but I forget things too. And sometimes I don't remember, you know, so many things going on. I just don't remember to post the meeting. But the same Tuesday and Thursday for deep dive is the same link every Tuesday, every Thursday. Same link every Monday for Mindset Monday. And also the same link, because fortunately, Dream Team has moved over to the meeting platform. So it's the same one that you see last week, which is meeting.com/Dream Team. I don't remember the three like alphabet. But it's on it's on the background. So I just put it. Let me just pull it up quickly. Right. Right. So it's Dream Team dot /BDT, because on there, when you look at the picture flyer, you say build dreams together. Build dream together. right? So therefore, um, Dream Team BDT, building dreams together. All right. So it's always going to be the same link moving forward. I will always have meeting Tuesday and Thursday, always, until I say otherwise. You're just not going to do see me pop up one day. No, I'll have to be saying, unless maybe me drop down and from once me open back my eye, and it's before 7 o'clock, I can start the meeting right there at the hospital. So don't worry, meeting. All right. So I never take a break from I started, from we started, because without you, um, it wouldn't be possible. So from we started in 2021, we have always never stopped. Mother's Day, Christmas, New Year's, you name it. We are always right here. Okay, from Zoom days coming all the way up. So we'll always be here. All right. Because this is my family. That's it. My mother died, father died. Um, yes, I have a nice, lovely Bonono's wife, but she has accepted my family. So there's no issue there, right? You have some wife or some husband, oh Lord, them get upset when you're indulging one thing too much. I'm not time for me. King Carter know what I'm talking. Time for me. Ah. So anyway, um, yeah. Thank you all very much, and I will see you on Sunday. God spare life. I'll be doing the presentation because we'll be going in depth in meeting. Because even though some of us use it, we still um, don't know the ins and outs. So we'll be doing that on Sunday, and some features that you don't know is there, right? Because even with the view, there are many different views, right? Speaker view, active speaker view, that includes yourself. You can actually go up to 24 um, video, people that you can show on your screen while you are in the presentation and so on. And, there's a lot of features of it. It almost reminds me of Okanic, almost remind me of Okanic. And so it's very nice, very, very nice. All right. Anyway, thank you all very much for sharing the time with me. Really appreciate. And as you know, we'll be closing down the YouTube and then we get into our after party. So take care, those on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.